Why they always do that? Hey, who's on here? Hey, Linda Beamer. That's a new name. No, that's it. Thank you. Hey, Liv. Oh, I got your message. I know you're delivering. You ain't got to call me back till you finish. Well, y'all know where I'm at. My favorite place, Chick-fil-A. You know, one day, it's going to get to a point where I'm going to be like, nope, no more Chick-fil-A. What? That's good. $18? Whew. Man. Hey, Lynn. How you doing? Who else on here? Linda Bilmer. I ain't seen you. You might be a new subscriber. Linda, you always do that. You ain't never ate fast food. All that hiking and all that stuff you do. Trust me. I know you wouldn't be eating no fast food. You made it real clear when you came to visit me that you want to meet somewhere that was not Chick-fil-A or fast food places. But anywho, it's going to be 32 degrees and 29 degrees coming up in the next few days in Atlanta, starting tomorrow. It's supposed to be 32 degrees, 31 degrees, 29 degrees. It's come early. Usually it don't even start getting bad like that until, exactly. It usually don't get cold like that until after Thanksgiving. So, I ain't got no winter coat. I ain't got no gloves, no hat. I just went to D&K and saw some hat and gloves in the store. But I'll probably go there tomorrow on my way back home because I need to exchange some pants and this pink shirt that I got. And I said I need to buy me a hat and gloves. Or if I can find me a coat, I'll find me a nice coat. But I don't think I have a coat in the closet. I don't remember having a coat in the closet, but I'll check when I get home and see if I have one or not. And if I don't, then I will go ahead and purchase one in the next couple of days. But anywho, okay, that's expensive. Academy Sports. You didn't even need no hat and gloves, Lillian. It wasn't even cold when you came up to visit. But I can assure you, if you came this weekend, you would have been caught right up there in that, it may have snowed, I don't know. But, you know, we'll see. But anyway, that's too much being prepared, Lillian. Trust me. If it was gonna be freezing, all right. If it was gonna be freezing like that, I would have told you. I would have told you way before you came. I would have gave you the weather update to bring that it's gonna be cold. But I knew it wasn't gonna be cold that week you came. Bad as fact, it wasn't even fall. It was what? Maybe what? Not even a month that there wasn't even a fall season. So I knew it wasn't going to be cold like that when you came. But I didn't expect it to come this quickly this week, especially a week before my birthday. So that's a surprise. And can you imagine what the weather will be next weekend? Or if the weather gets really, really bad on my birthday week, then I would have been like, dog, I would have made a trip someplace and it would have been headache with airline flights being disastrous. But anywho, so let me talk about my video, my live stream. Now it's colder, but it's not gonna get cold right now. But anyways, so last weekend I was telling y'all I was going to Carter's. So I went there last week, Saturday, to the open house. Job right then and there on the spot, of course. So I will be working Saturdays and Sundays, 12-hour days. So from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. on Saturdays and Sundays, I'll be working at Carter's during the holiday season. And it's supposed to be almost around the middle of December. And then after that, you know, that's the peak season. And then after that, they have it where if I want to work additional hours, I can. And what? Uh-oh. Let me hear what happened, Ruthie. You need to email me, or at least call me. You can give me a call. Well, email me, and then, you know, so that way you don't want to, if you really want to vent, you could call me. Because it's not a whole lot you can really say on the live stream. Why is everybody so loud? I'm talking and it's like over talking people. But anyway, I'll be starting tomorrow at Carter's, 24 hours during the 2 days at $13 an hour. You know, I figured, you know, that should be about the same amount of money I would have making doing these ride sharing gigs. And it gives me an opportunity to move more. But anywho, Ruthie, tell me what happened. Tell us what happened. What do you mean going through hell? That's what I want to know. What happened? Because whatever it is everything's going to be all right. Hey, Angela Nichols. I could have avoided because they're kids. But you still ain't say what happened. What? Some kids ordered food and act a fool? Figure out what happened. Well, that's why I ain't saying nothing, because I'm waiting for you to write something. Tell me what happened. Amazon Flex always wants you to deliver at night. Oh, not liking. Oh God. You know, Oh no. I haven't turned on my Amazon Flex app in months. Since September. I was driving to go to my night job, and on the side of the bus, and this boy was yelling, probably yelling crap. Okay. You know, that's why I would have threw like a bang water in his face. I would have had a cup and just threw it straight at him in his face and then drove off. But you know, those school buses be having those cameras. So, but you know what though, Ruthie, you have to ignore stuff like that. I mean, I can't say ignore it and don't say nothing, but you know, stuff like that. Kids would be, I don't know. I could say kids would be kids, but that's just the way it is. Sometimes people, you know, especially these little spoiled ass kids, they act a rotten ass fool. I got off the car and talking shit to the boy and blocked the bus and banged the doors to open the door. You got out the car. Ruthie, you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't do that. What I would have done, I would have just caught the bus number, the time, the date. Oh, goodness. Oh, okay, you didn't tell me all that. I thought they were just, you know, just talking shit and that's it. See, that's why I would have just took the bus number down, everything. I would have took everything down that I could get. Called the police. And, hey Lillian, called the police, got the bus number, everything I could get pertaining to that bus. And then if I was able to stop the bus, then I would have waited for the police to call with it I would have dealt with that with the bus driver who was on the time. Got their name, school district, got whatever I need to get, and then turn around, call the superintendent, the officer, and I came and tell me that I need to move and I'm blocking traffic. He let the bus driver go and he told me to park at the store. Okay, Lillian. See, that's the thing though. That's how you handled it wrong. Because by the fact that you stopped the bus and you stopped in traffic and blocking traffic, and then though that, you know, they threw a cup at you or did whatever, I would have just gotten all the information. And he asked me what happened, and I was like, since you're going to let them flee, I was like, forget. No, you should have never done that. You should have never done that. All you should have done was got the bus number, the date, the time, where you were, the license plate number of the bus or the bus number. And then if the bus driver had stopped, I would have said, what is your name? Ask for the bus driver's name, what school they were going to, and that was it. And then I would have contacted the superintendent of that school district and filed a complaint. And then I would have called the police, parked somewhere else, and said that I was driving and this and that would have been it. As long as you had got that police report. But see, you don't need, even if he didn't open the door, you still should have got the bus number, the date, the time, everything. As long as you got that bus number, you could trace where that bus, who drove the bus, and who it was and where. They're not going to do nothing to the bus driver. But see, you could have made the complaint with the school district. That's what I would have done. See, the fact that you said never mind, and you know, I ain't gonna try to be. I ain't put it this way. I ain't gonna say that I wouldn't have been angry, but at the same time, I wouldn't have ever. Don't ever get out. I would have never got out of the bus, got out of my car, blocked the traffic, banging on the bus, telling the man to open the door to do what? Because see, you have to think of it like this. They're protecting those kids. Even if those kids act a damn fucking fool on the bus, the fact that too much stuff is going on with people shooting and killing, that they're not going to, you know, by the fact that they're not going to, you can't just stop a school bus banging on the door like a crazy woman and then yelling and screaming and cursing because some stupid ass kid threw something at you when you was in the car. Because see, they gonna look at it like, okay, this person's about to say something to the kid. They thinking you threatening children. That's how it's looked at. All you had to do was just get the information, take a picture of the school bus, take a picture of the back of the with the license, the school bus, and the district. That's it. Every school bus is tracked. They know how to track the school buses. That's why when you're driving, they got those tracking systems. They got cameras on the bus, and they would have tracked it. The minute you got out that car, blocked traffic, banging on the door, and cursing like that, and they were like, "This, that, I need to get that. You need to get the fake." You already lost. You already lost your case. I would have been mad. Trust and believe. I would have been mad. But trust and believe, I would have had. If he didn't know when to open the door, I would have took down his. I would have took a picture. Took a picture. And wrote down the bus number, wrote down the date, the time it happened, where you were. That's it. And wrote down the incident, what happened, and then when the police came, I would have filed a police report and saying that I was driving, and it was the school, and they threw something at me, causing me to swerve while I was driving, or they threw a foreign object out of the car and hit my car, and how they was acting. That was it. They got cameras on those school buses. Trust me, if their kids was in the car and they doing something crazy like that, all of that's caught on camera. And all they had to do is play it back. All they would have done was play back that tape or what went on in the school bus, because you know everything is recorded. When they had that man, when that bully was bullying that other man's child, he got on that school bus. When the school bus came to pick up his child, and he got on that school bus and went in the back, and they took all those pictures. All those cameras were rolling while he was jumped in that other kid's face when he was bullying his child. Well, you know what they did with him? They dragged his butt right on to jail, because I think he either hit the child. I don't know if he hit the child or whatever, but you see those cases all the time. Parent get irate, somebody got irate, got on the school bus, and they had the whole camera all on the camera, the school bus, and they showed it on the news. I would have been cursing and carrying on too, but trust me, I wouldn't have done that. When it comes to those kids, and it comes to people being in school, all these school shootings and church shootings, and people going to people's jobs, killing and shooting up. Road rage? Nope. The fact that it involved the school and they was carrying on like that, I would have contacted the school superintendent or whatever. And that would have been the end of that. And then the next thing you know, they would have had it. They would have pulled the tape. They would have pulled the tape. They would have pulled the tape. So I wouldn't have said. I would have let that go. Oh yes, they would. Those kids would have done the same thing if it was Becky or Billy Bob. They would have done the same thing. They would act a fool, would have made all those kind of crazy looking, kids would do that on the bus. They would have done it. And I assure you, even if they did, the fact that they threw something out, it would have been on camera. And then they probably would have disciplined the bus driver because they wouldn't kept control, or I would have pressed the issue. I would have kept pressing that issue, trust and believe. But I would have just pulled to the side, let that school go. They say they're going to let them go. I mean, what would they would have done if they stopped them? If they had stopped them and said, you know what, no, let's stop them. What would the police officer would have done? Nothing. They can't write they can't write the school bus a ticket. What, they ain't going to put the kid in jail. They're not going to arrest, they ain't going to do anything. They wouldn't have done anything. They would have been like, okay, here you go. Here's the police report. Take a police report in a day or 2 days once they file it. And that would have been that. And I would have took that police report. I would have went down to the school superintendent office made a complaint and said that, and you know, I was just happened. Here's the police report. And then I would have probably got me a lawyer. And if they really didn't want to do nothing about it, I would have went there on somebody's news, somebody's lawyer for negligence against the county. You can't punish. They're not gonna. You know, they'll punish the child, suspend them. The bus driver. They'll probably correct his actions and say, oh, when you know, the bus driver can't control and drive the school bus when kids are acting up. They're gonna punish the child, suspend them. So I'm sorry that happened, Ruthie, but in your case, when you did that, and when that happened, all they saw was a crazy woman acting on road rage, and they said stop blocking traffic and move on. He couldn't have done nothing. Even if you called the police and said something happened, there wasn't nothing they could do about that. There was no traffic infractions occurred. So, word to the wise, nigga be mad, but people's going to react. They're going to respond how you react on certain situations. They're not going to do nothing. I'm not going to show you. If they did do that to Becky or Bob or whomever, they still would have done the same thing what I said I would do. Call the police. Depending on how long the police take to get there, it may take them forever to get there. So, you know, people are too crazy these days and stuff. Real hard to especially when you think about racism, especially depending where you were at, you know. But sometimes you have to fight fire with fire. Talked a lot of topics I said I was going to talk about, and I don't even talk about the topic that I was going to talk about. I mentioned it for briefly and went on and go on a whole new tangent. So you're not doing. You can say what you need to say, because trust me, sometimes I say a lot of things I say I would do rationally on YouTube, but on the flip side of it, nope. Not at all. But you know what's so funny is that I remember when I was growing up, my grandfather, my cousins and I, and some little we were in the truck, and some little white boy, he decided he wanted to, you know, flip. I can't remember what he did. It wasn't no scoop bus or anything. But he said something crazy out the way, called somebody nigger. He probably said nigger or something like that. My grandfather, he just kind of laughed it off, like, you know, not to say, you know, that he accepted the fact that some scrawny ass little white boy think he could just say something to my grandfather in front of me, my cousins and stuff, you know, no respect. But my grandfather, he didn't go cursing and carrying on, all right, you know, because see, sometimes it's showing restraint and not responding to people's words or whatever fools. So sometimes you have to kind of, not pick your battles, but when you know you in certain areas, whether it be certain areas of town or there's certain places in Gwinnett County and Georgia, they'll act a fool. Now let me take you a step. I could tell you a perfect example. Last year in the summer, I think I was doing Uber Eats. Was I doing Uber Eats or was I picking? No, this is when I was picking up people past Loganville, past the Metro Atlanta. I was probably in Hickville, USA, up there near going towards Athens, right up in the country. And I remember I'm driving, down 78, way up 78. Way past Athens Highway. Athens Highway is 78. So here comes this snack food cracker in the truck, screaming out the window, "Hey nigger!" I said, me, her. I mean, she was in the passenger side, and whoever was driving the truck. I'm driving side by side. We going at it, back and forth, back and forth. I said, you snack or two, rat teeth, motherfucking bitch. And we going back and forth now. At the time, my car, is a sports car, turbo. We drive it down 78, a 2-lane hum. I was just, she was entertaining me. And I remember I had like a cup in my hand, probably a Chick-fil-A cup with some water in it. And I remember I had, I'm driving with I'm right-handed. So on my left hand, I flung the cup of water in her face, right in the truck, in the car. And I said I had my opportune moment. I had waited just a little bit. That bitch rolled down that window screaming out there, "Hey nigger, nigger." They ain't got no teeth, them crackers up there in the damn Hicksville. I threw that damn cup of water and splashed right in her face. It hit her right in the face. Smack in the face. I put on my turbocharger, it was gone. Just driving down the road, back and forth. Boy, I got her real good. I sit there and swung that. No, it was a bottle. It wasn't even a cup. She want to hang her dumb ass out the window. Shit. I said, that bitch glad I didn't have no damn fucking bricks in my hand. I would have threw that brick straight up in her face. But I said, before I did that, I made sure that there was no cops around, that they wasn't going to be able to catch me. Shit, I drove about 90 miles an hour. Bing! I got her real good. Bitch, that bitch ain't gonna be hanging out the window no more calling nobody nigger. I mean, this happened last year in the summer. But I had to know. I said, Sure did. I did that twice to be exact. Somebody else did that. This time it was a black guy. This fool, he cussed me off on the road. We going back and forth too on the not a major highway like 78 or not 78. It was like 285, 20 or nothing like that. Man, you're gonna get slapped right in the face. Another one. He's gonna run me off the road, and I took that cup on my left hand. And I swung it. I was like, hit him in the face too with a dang bottle of water or a cup of water. There wouldn't be no bottle because you don't want nobody to get injured and go out of control and stuff like that. Sure did. Dragged that thing, cut through that cup of water and just kept on going. So if I'm gonna, you ain't gonna run me off. And that's what that other dang snack or two white lady did, trying to run me off the road. And I was way out in the country too. Way out in the country. I didn't even know how the hell I got all the way up there, to be exact. I want to say I was driving Uber people or something. It had to have been people because I wouldn't have. No, it was going there almost near Athens. I was like, what the hell? What the hell I'm doing all the way up here? That's what it was. It was when I was doing people. That was 2 years ago. Yeah, it had to have been 2 years ago. Yep, it sure was. Well, I knew it was. I knew I had to have been driving people because there ain't no way I could have been doing Uber at the time. Driving that far for no food. Yep, it was people. It was Uber people. It was in the summertime. Last summer. Not this past summer, but the summer before last. Sure did. Bet you they ain't gonna be, you ain't gonna be driving down no damn. You ain't gonna be, see, that's the thing. They were trying to drive me off the road. On a one-lane highway that's 45 miles an hour, and you want to try to run me off the road like you damn crazy. Shoot. Sure did. But see, like I said, but that's a whole different situation with you and with Ruthie with that bus. That bus, I would have sued the county. Sure would have. They did something like that, I would have sued the county. I would have had that police report. I would have made that police report. They would have to go back and play that video in the video camera, what happened on that school bus, and I would have sued them. I would have been like $10,000. And Nicole Rose. Sure would have. Because see, you have to think of it like this. Anything dealing with the state or county, if it happened on their property like that, it's so easy to school bus and those kids on that bus and that school bus driver, and they condone that to happen. And something happens, and if somebody, throws something out the window and it hit your car, who you think is responsible? Hey, Kingfish. Damn. They'll be ones responsible when stuff like that happens. Shoot. Hey, family. All right. Kingfish, I missed your podcast. When you going to do another live stream podcast again? Because I saw the video when you did 2 weeks ago with the podcast. I had kept the number in my phone. So I said, next time I get the alert he doing a podcast, I'm going to call in. You should call me. You should make me one of your special guests so you could do your podcast. Saturday, 9:30. Is it every Saturday at 9:30, or is it just you just had it on Saturday at 9:30 that day? Well, next time you decide to do one, you decide to have. All right. Well, just email me tstarwood68@gmail.com. You can tell me if you want me to call in to be one of your guests. We could talk about. Let me see. We could talk about. Let me see. Taxes, finances. See, I'm trying to go back into my purpose of what I want to do in life, and my passion is helping people financially, strategic business plans, things like that, and how you could turn this ride-sharing gig to your advantage. I ain't talking about the typical stuff you hear people tell lies on YouTube, telling people crazy stuff that makes no sense. But okay, ladies' night tomorrow. We can do that. Much love. Okay, we can do that. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. I haven't been doing the ride-sharing gigs in a minute. But I know not Uber, Amazon Flex probably be off the chain at this time of year. I haven't turned on Amazon Flex. I know they probably got blocks out of the yin yang. And then Zifty, which is the other app that I still active on with food deliveries. I've been getting text messages almost every night. It's raining, the money's out there, we busy. They begging people to get on there. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna have to dust off my laziness and start doing it again. But I'm gonna see how that works out. I'm gonna start tomorrow morning from 8:45. We do our orientation at Carter's. So that's when you do all the paperwork, the I-9, and probably look at a video and do some training. I don't think I'll be there all day tomorrow. I think it's supposed to be 4 hours. And then I'll be working Saturdays and Sundays at Carter's from 6 a.m. in the morning till 6 p.m. Saturdays and Sundays. 12-hour days, 24 hours. They asked me if I wanted to do full-time or part-time. So I said, no, I'll do part-time for now, because I still have my other job that I'm doing. And it's going to give me a change of pace with the food deliveries until it starts to pick up. And I don't know why Uber keeps bothering me, telling me, oh, you need to update your driver's license and your registration. Now, I know I need to do that for Zifty. And as a matter of fact, I may have to do that with Amazon too. They didn't send me any notification about my driver's registration yet. Well, I got till next week. I did get my emission test done and pay my little $20 tag for my car, but that light is on. So I pray and hope that I pass the emission test like I did last year when the emission light was on, so I could get my tag and go about my business. I said this last year around this time about please pray that I get my tag emission test passed. So I think I'll do that tomorrow on my way back home, or sometime this week, because I got to do it before the 18th. My birthday's Sunday, not this Sunday, but next Sunday. So I'm kind of disappointed that I wasn't able to do a big birthday celebration for my 50th, because I wanted to do a trip with all my friends slash YouTubers and slash subscribers and do a little meet and greet, but it's so close to Thanksgiving. I said I was going to wait until after the holidays, because, you know, I doubt that I would have really gone anywhere, because I knew I was going to go back to work and taking days off would be impossible. So I may do a little something for myself personally, maybe like a little. No, because I gotta work. I forgot.
I didn't realize you were there. Joseph's over there. I'll tell her that you're here, okay?
I forgot. I had to work Saturdays and Sundays. So I was like, oh goodness. So if I have to work all day Saturday, Sunday of next week, I'm not able to go and do my little pampering. Well, I get off at 6 o'clock. I get off at 6 p.m. I may still do something. But anywho, that's about it though. But Carter's, they still hiring for the holidays, and they pay $13 an hour. And of course, I think I get discounts, but I don't have any children, so I know there ain't no reason for me to buy children clothes unless I'm buying it from like my little nieces and nephews, or grand nephews, or something like that. So Ruthie, what night job you talking about you had to go, you was driving to? Where were you going anyway at the night job? I thought you said you was doing Uber Eats again. This Chick-fil-A is crowded tonight. This is a brand new Chick-fil-A. The one they tore down and then they built a brand new one. It's been around going on, what, 2 weeks? And it's like a whole bunch of people here at Chick-fil-A. It's like this every day, to be honest. Ooh, it's cold. I am cold. I need to buy me a coat. You ain't saying nothing. I'm doing all the yip-yapping and talking. Kingfish, I'm gonna have to catch your podcast tomorrow. Hopefully I won't oversleep and miss it. Alright, I'm getting sleepy and I'm about to get on out of here. I'm holding up the dang Chick-fil-A table. I'm quite sure there's people want to sit down. Oh, they got plenty of seats. Alrighty. Alright, I need me some more subscribers. I've been stuck at the 500, mid 500 in what is it? I think I had last check. The mid 500s. So I need about 500 more subscribers. Because I am very curious as to how much you can really make on YouTube with all these subscribers that I see people having. But it would be nice to make a couple $1,000 at YouTube, but it seems like I'm running out of content, and I'm doing too much live streaming. I have not done a recorded video. Yeah, I'm gonna claim it, but I don't want to change my channel to the point where you lose the subscribers and nobody don't know where you at. So I'm trying to figure that out. But in the gig economy, I haven't seen them make as much videos like they used to anymore. It was like all of a sudden, I'm like, yeah, Kingfish, you still be doing it. In regards to the ones I remember watching on a regular basis, I don't see no more. Especially like Jermaine Ellis. You know, I haven't watched his video in months. Uberman Tampa, even though he's now known as Fat Man. I know everybody who's anybody who got Uber in their name, they gotta change that. They can't use that no more. So, you know, can't do that anymore. Look at this, y'all. Let me show y'all real quick. If you do DoorDash, this is how Chick-fil-A has it. They says, we deliver with DoorDash. And then they got that little sign. You see? How are you picking up your Chick-fil-A orders? And they got it where you have, let me show y'all real quick. Y'all see that? Chick-fil-A has it where you just come to the counter and I'm not showing the floor. That's the ceiling. Look, Lynn. That's not the floor. I'm showing you the counter. Can I keep this right here to go to the bathroom? I don't like to keep no. I don't like to keep no drink in no bathroom. No. All right, y'all. I'm going to the bathroom. Be right back. Alright, I'm back. Ooh, it is cold. It's chilly. Well, it's not that cold. Trust me, it'll be colder in a couple tomorrow and going forward. I like the brand new Chick-fil-A. I don't know why they got all these lights though. Let me show y'all. I know why they got all those lights around the building like that. I guess that's supposed to be for Christmas. I don't know. I know they probably put it up there because they tore down the old one, built a brand new Chick-fil-A, which is, it still look pretty good inside, but I don't understand why they build and they don't put no way where you can plug up your phone or laptop or anything. I don't understand it. They built no outlets nowhere near none of the tables. Oh, it's cold. It's cold. It's cold. All right. All right, y'all. I'm in the car going back home. But you said Jermaine Ellis doing a fitness video about what? All he be talking about is eating, being vegan or something. And that's not a health video. That's just eating vegan. And you know, eating vegan, a lot of people who eat vegan, they don't eat healthy. Just because you don't eat meat, that don't mean those fake tofu and falafel that he always talks about, that's not healthy. So people kill me when they talk about, I'm gonna do it vegan, I'm gonna go vegan, and then they eating a lot of they still eating processed foods. You don't see them talking about eating vegetables and you know, real food, grown foods. So don't let people fool you thinking that, oh, I'm gonna go vegan, I ain't eat no meat, da da da. That ain't healthy, because you're not getting all your macronutrients in. So I never take stuff like that with a grain of salt when people talk about fitness video, eating healthy, unless they talking about eating natural foods that's from the earth. You know, you see them eating variety of foods, you know, real protein sources, not fake soy, not stuff from a box, not vegan fries, you know, something, you know, So I'm curious to see who else I'm missing from. There's a whole bunch of people that's missing from YouTube land in the ride sharing gigs. I ain't talking about you, Kingfish. I know every day I see you a video. Every day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you doing you doing it. Beans. They have jobs. They have jobs. Who got jobs? Because the people I'm thinking about were the ones, not the part-timers. You know, you could tell people who do it part-time, but I'm talking about I saw Terry Tip video last week sometime. He popped up, but he used to make regular videos, but I haven't seen, he hasn't been regular either. But started to repeat himself in his videos, because the minute I start talking about going from full-time Uber or gig economy job back to a regular job and start talking about my experience like that, it seems like all of a sudden people started talking about it. You know, I make a live stream video. I ain't saying I'm the catalyst of all. Not anymore. He doesn't. Not anymore. Who not do anymore? You talking about Terry Tips or who? Who you talking about? Lynn. Hey, sleepy. I'm so tired. Oh yeah, I gotta remember to go and buy me some turkey wings at the farmer's market this coming weekend, because when it gets close to Thanksgiving, those turkey legs, and not turkey legs, those turkey wings be gone. So I need to start getting me some turkey wings. He doesn't. Oops, let me see what you're saying, Lynn. I'm driving at the same time, so I know I can't be having this phone in my hand. Okay. Let me see what you're saying. Sometimes I wish this thing YouTube have it where you could hear people say stuff, not having to read what someone says, because it's hard to respond. You gotta read it. He doesn't tell his truth for a long time, Terry. Are you saying that he doesn't tell, is he truthful in the videos, or is he, because he doesn't really talk too much about, he makes this kind of money, this, that, or whatever. He talks about, I know at first, he talks about a lot of tips he would give for drivers, like in terms of where to go in Atlanta to pick up passengers, and you know, he talks about a lot of strategies to help people get on in Atlanta, about doing, you know, how to deal with the new SunTrust Stadium, this, that, or whatever, you know, where to go and do working at this time, and, you know, and then he stopped doing those kind of tips, and then he started doing more like little skits with his channel, like, dang, that police, let me put this phone down. Hold on, y'all, let me put this phone down for a minute. All right, you may, he leads you to think he's driving, and then you find out he was what? He was removed for license issue. Yeah, that's true. He does give you that impression. But you know, I bumped into him not last, was it, let me see. I bumped into him when I was doing the food deliveries. Sometimes I'd be going to pick up deliveries and I'll see him. I saw him twice. No, did I saw him twice? I know I saw him one time. I don't know if he was picking up people, if he was doing Lyft or whatever, but I don't know. Maybe he's not doing Uber and Lyft anymore, because ain't no way in hell anybody could tell me that you still making the same amount of money that you were making 2-3 years ago, and still drive the same number of hours and doing it. I just can't. I just can't see that being. Because I know, you know, people say Monday mornings, you know, you're going to get a lot of airport runs. I don't, even when I'm driving about, I don't see a lot of Lyft, Uber people. You know, I really don't. It's very rare. And most of the time, it's like these short little rides, you know. Ain't nobody taking Uber and Lyft, go to no airport and all, you know, They not do, it's like, no. I see more people on scooters when I'm in town. Well, this was when the weather was good. But no. I don't see it like that anymore. Like I said, I think it's truly meant for part-time gig, you know, really part-time, just to make a little bit of extra money here and there. And then with people, dang it, I forgot. Shoot, I knew there was a reason why I came out too. I was supposed to go to dang Lowe's and Home Depot, or Lowe's, to buy some enzymes that can club tub. I'll do it tomorrow. Dang it, I knew I had something to do. Not just go to Chick-fil-A and get me a chicken sandwich. Oh well, I'll do it tomorrow. But anywho, I sure hope that when people making these YouTube channels got these 14, 15,000 subscribers, they still making a few $100 a month doing them. And another person who I haven't subscribed to him with his rude ass, the Appapreneur. He was the one giving the news about Uber and Lyft. Even if I don't subscribe to your come up like recommendation videos or something, you know. But nothing. Maybe I'm not really looking at other people's YouTube channels based upon the gig jobs anymore. And maybe because of that, it's not, you know, maybe it's not coming across for me to watch anymore. And then, even then, I've subscribed to a lot of people and it's not showing up that they talking about it. I don't see anyone talking about it. I think Kingfish, if you wasn't talking about it and doing your daily door dashing, I don't think I would hardly see anybody talk about. And I think it's fair to say that I think talking about these experiences, and you can't say, oh, I'm making some money on it. I think it's getting frustrating for a lot of people who do this every day for 8 hours, 9, 10 hours a day. It's just too much. Oh, that's good, Lillian. It's always gonna be like that. Hey, that's typical. Friday, Saturday. But like I said, when you do this like when you do this as a part-time thing, it ain't bad. It's not bad. It is not bad at all. And like I said, it's easier to, when people start doing this for a while, 2 years, 2.5, 3 years, shoot, they not putting their car out no more to do it. Why you think I'm not doing it? I'm not doing it because I'm so tired. And I'm like, oh, I'm ready to go home. I'm just honestly, I've just put too much wear and tear. I just put too much wear and tear. And I think that when I was doing the live, and I had like, you know, 16, you know, when I was making $200-300, and even prior to going to work, I had, you know, was making 400, you know, 5 something. And then I threw in the food gigs, and I was making that 600 something a week. It was serving its purpose for me. You know, it was serving its purpose. It was, I was still making close to the Um, let me see what I was making. I would say six. I was still making the $2,700, I would say, as income to still sustain me to pay most of my bills, you know. It was good in that way. And now for me to for me to do it and still make certain amount of money, I just see a decline. I saw a decline of at least less, maybe a little bit over $100 on a weekly basis. It wasn't the same. It just wasn't the same, you know. But sometimes you have to look at the change of seasons, you know. Like right now, it's going to be cold in Atlanta. It's raining. I'm looking at doing deliveries for another year and a half just to do tourist season 2020. Can't do deliveries with my next new SUV. I wouldn't do a shoe. I buy me another car or SUV. I'm not putting no miles on that car to do no deliveries. Nope, I sure wouldn't. I wouldn't do it. You know, I would not do it. Look at this. Just as I was talking about. Super busy Zifty. All deliveries. What? What they say? Hold on a second, y'all. Zifty just sent a text message. Oh, hold on. What did it say? Super busy Zifty. All deliveries currently on duty have 2 or more orders stacked up. Go on duty now. Okay. All right. Look at that. Zifty just talking about double orders. That means that you picking 2 orders up at the same time. So that shows me, or that tells me rather, get out of here. I'm trying to see, that proves to me that they don't have nobody out there doing Zifty, because now they giving drivers 2 orders to pick up at the same time. Now, I'm not trying to say you can't make no money with Zifty. You sure can. And you sure can make that. But to me, you have to hit that iron when it's hot. You have to hit that iron when it's hot, when it's not as busy. You know, when there's not a whole bunch of other people out there doing it. When you're the only one, or you're very few people out there, you're going to make a killing. You really can. Now, I'm quite sure. What time is it now? Let me see. I could probably drive downtown. Oops. I could probably drive downtown right now. And you know what? Let me go up there and see if I'll get me some orders. I probably will be getting a whole bunch of orders. But it's going to be in some areas that I don't want to go to. I don't feel like going to. Because it's a whole lot of stuff goes on. And one thing I would say with Zifty, when they got things going on, for instance, major events downtown, is always going to be, and this is one thing I didn't like about Zifty. That's why I'm not so rushing to do it now. It's no parking. It's just no parking. It'll be crowded. And usually when that happens, the order is already late. Nobody's picking up the order. And then you may not even get any money from it. That's one thing that hurts you. Is that sometimes they get so influx with drivers, no, with orders, fewer people are driving, that these customers tip after you deliver the food. And if the order's already been late or something's going on or whatever, they may not want to tip. But one thing about Zifty is they have to sign physically on your phone with their thumb or finger. They may use that Chow Now as an option to get food delivered. But when they use that Chow Now, that's when you really may not be tipped as well. But I don't know. I'm not going to worry about it for now, and because I'm going to do these 2 days, Saturdays and Sundays at Carter's. It's 24 hours at $13 an hour. I get paid every other week. And, you know, if I choose to do Zifty or Amazon Flex or update my records and do Uber Eats, because I don't know, Uber Eats keep telling me I need to update my information, but my account is still not active, and I don't know how to deal with them. They so stupid to me. Maybe I'll try them again, update my records and stuff in the next coming week, and maybe I could get a hold of someone in support with Uber Eats, and they'll turn on my profile back on again. I don't know. So right now, I'm going to just work this part-time job during the holiday season and also wait for these work-at-home jobs that I'm waiting on too, because I do have a couple of work-from-home job opportunities that I'm waiting for as well. And my stick with deliveries is put on hold for now. You know, Zifty, Amazon, you know, it's on hold because my car is still drivable, it's still in working condition, but I just have to hold off because the more and more I drive this car, the more and more money I got to put in repairs, because I already have to do a couple other things too. And like I said, you know, you have to come in when there are promotions, you know. Ziply, DoorDash, Grubhub, they all pay this about the same, to be honest. They all do. When Uber Eats have a bonus or whatchamacallit, a surge or whatever, they all pay the same. Now, sometimes it's good to get that one big order where you're like, oh, I hit the jackpot. I got, $20, $15 tip. That's going to come very so often. It ain't going to come on a regular basis, I can tell you that. But me personally, I cannot see myself doing these gig jobs full time again. Not like that. I cannot see myself doing this 60 hours a week and thinking I'm going to make $1,200, $900. Not no more. I'm sorry. It's not going to happen anymore. Not like that. So, for me, I got to do the next best thing, which is working a regular part-time job and getting an average pay of $13 to $15 per hour. Sitting at home, whether that's sitting at home as a independent contractor, working from these work-at-home jobs, or working part-time at any distribution center, or working at, something, going back traditionally to a part-time jobs, you know, because one way or the other, one thing for sure is, if you do this part-time, even if you're doing it on the side, and you start doing this 20 hours a week, 25 hours a week, and you start driving more and more and more and more and more, the more money of expenses you are incurring, even doing this as a part-time thing. And you do it for a year, year and a half, 2 years, the sooner you're going to have to buy another car, or the sooner you're going to have to be spending another extra $2,000 to $3,000 more on a yearly basis on tires, more on oil changes, more on brakes. It costs almost $80 just for synthetic oil on a regular car. It's almost $50, $60 just to get an oil change. And I'm not talking about that $19.99 oil change either. I'm talking about that synthetic oil. And when you do these gig jobs, you have to start spending you're going to have to spend some money on some oil changes very soon. Because I need to get an oil change in the next couple weeks. And I can't go and get that $19.99 oil price. I'm going to have to spend at least $35. I'm going to have to spend at least $35 on oil. I could tell the difference. So, anywho, alright y'all, I'm home. I've been sitting in this car for a minute, and I know those cats are hungry, because, no, they got food. No, they probably hungry. So let me go in the house, feed them, before they be looking at me crazy. Those kittens been trying to, let me tell you what they did this morning. I go in the house. I open the back door, and they come this morning. They come running out the door. I said, hell no. And it was raining and stuff. So I still had to take my shower, put on my clothes, fix my lunch and my breakfast. And I said, and it was dark outside. I didn't even have the light on in the back. I need to put some lights in the back of my house. And I couldn't see them. I said, hell no, those damn cats didn't come running out to that damn woods. I live in the back, and it's wooded, because there's other houses in the back, but it's like way down. So I was like, hell no. So I kept the door open. I said, these damn cats better have some sense to know how to come back in this house. And just as I was about to, it was like 6:40. I have to leave my house at, not 6:40, I have to leave my house at 5:40 to get to work at 6:30. I said, if these dang cats don't get in this house in the next 30 seconds, so when I got out the bathroom and I saw, here come Mittens, she comes through the door first. I said, okay. I said, that dang Socks better come in this house. Socks is the worst person to get in the house. Mittens, she'll stay outside for a little bit, wander, run around, and then she'll come walk back in the house. That dang Socks, you gotta call her, coax her with the bag of food for her to come back in the house. So here she come. They come back in the house. I said, okay, good. So I closed the back door, because I did not want to leave my house at 5:40 and leave to go to work without them not being in the house. So just as about, here she come walking back in the house. I was like, God dang. Now, I don't know if I could trust them to know how to come back to the door and just, so I leave the door open. So I said, let me leave this door open so they could, know to walk back into the house. Other than that, I don't know if they know how to come back home and simply meow at the door and to let them in. So I haven't yet trusted myself to let them out for a long period of time without me feeling I need to go outside looking for them. So I don't know if I should do that. Should I let them roam around outside and then... No, not really. I don't want them to be outside cats. But I was reading, and I got a video from the library that cats are natural hunters. So it's not good to keep a cat in the house all day. Matter of fact, cats are meant to be outside. They're not meant to be inside and be house cats. They're natural hunters, and they're supposed to be outside. Where's my dang key? Let me see. Gotta get my... They supposed to be you can let them outside because they're gonna naturally come back home. No. Nope. I'm not gonna get them fixed because they ain't planning on being outside to meet other cats and get pregnant. Nope, I'm not getting them fixed. My neighbor across the street, they got cats, and they're Muslim, and they said that they don't believe in fixing the cats. They don't believe in that. So I said, okay. Oh, I'm not gonna fix them. They don't believe in a lot. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. Now, if someone told me they start being in heat, or they start acting a certain kind of way, or something... Let me get your food, y'all. I see their bowl is empty, so let me get them there. Chow now. Get away from this. Uh-oh. Why this thing is reconnecting? This thing had good connection all this time. Stop fighting over that bowl. Y'all got each side. You got a side and you got a side. Ooh, it's chilly in this house. Alright, what time is it? I gotta be at work tomorrow. I gotta be at 8:45. It starts at 9, but I wanna get there 8:45. That's when they give out the badges, go over training, and all the other little preliminaries. That should be interesting. All right, y'all. This thing is reconnecting, so I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Probably in the morning on my way to Carter's. All right, talk to y'all later. Have a good night.